The championship series is officially over. Pretty crazy results across the board. Let's just get right into this video. The Texas Rangers come out on top 4-3. They play extremely well in Minute Maid Park. Not so much at Globe Life Field, but I mean, honestly, they still played well. They scored pretty much every game. They always had consistent runs on the board. I mean, you kind of look through this series and you kind of realize they were always scoring runs. Like, their lowest scoring game was the first one where they scored 2. And then they kind of always scored more than that. They'd always probably score first usually. So that really helped their case a lot throughout this series. And it's the main reason they had a good shot to win, if I'm going to be honest. And yeah, they just looked really solid. I mean, the pitching from the Rangers was just really good overall throughout the whole series. And the hitting was even better when they needed to be. And then on the Astros side, interesting way to go out. I mean, you obviously face one of your biggest rivals throughout the whole season. And, you know, you kind of fall short. You don't win a game at home, which is really bad, I think, in my opinion. Considering you did have 4 home games and you couldn't win 1. I mean, it is what it is. I really thought coming home game 6, they'd feel really confident, coming in tough. But, man, I mean, they just got blown out of the water. Yeah, so definitely not ideal for the Astros. And obviously with Dusty Baker retiring, you know, it's kind of unfortunate. You know, we're really going to miss Dusty Baker. I really liked him as a manager, even though he got booed all the time. But, you know, he's still one of the most loved guys in the sport. Should definitely be in the Manager Hall of Fame. Dusty Baker will always be a legend, in my opinion. So it kind of sucks to see him go. We'll see who they get as their new manager, though. That's going to be interesting for the Astros. And they have a decent amount of questions to answer in this offseason on who they want to bring in and who they can get. But overall, I really expect this team to be back here next year, to be honest. I mean, they're just so good right now. I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of doubt them. Like, this team is always in this championship series for the last 7 years. So they're definitely going to be back. We'll just see what squad they're going to bring this time to the championship series. But, man, the Texas Rangers are moving on to the World Series. So much to say about this squad. I mean, you know, the old Adolis Garcia thing. I mean, absolutely insane games he's had. I mean, those last 2 games, he played insanely well. His last ABs, I think he was like 5 for 5 with like 2 home runs and like 10 RBIs or 8 RBIs or something crazy like that. I mean, he was insane. He did end up winning the ALCS MVP as well, which was kind of expected. It was probably between him or Seager, because Seager also played really well this whole postseason and the series. But yeah, really solid overall from the Rangers. I mean, you know, just absolutely dominant. They go on to win another pennant. That's their 3rd one in franchise history. So we'll see what happens. See if they can finally win their first World Series. They've been twice. They've lost twice. So hasn't been pretty. I will definitely be rooting for this Texas squad going into this World Series, because I really want them to win their first one. So the Diamondbacks do end up winning the NLCS. Really unexpected. I don't think anyone had them winning, to be honest. And they're going to come out on top. I kind of did predict this, though, in my predictions video. So I did say I could see them winning in 6 games or 7 games, and it did happen, man. So the Diamondbacks are on top, and the Brewers stat stays alive. If you beat the Brewers in the postseason, you are going to win the pennant. So that's kind of crazy overall that stat is still relevant to this day. Kind of tough for the Brewers. I mean, that's unfortunate. Yeah, the D-backs are on top. A lot of rookies on the squad. Take down a powerhouse team, I think, in a lot of people's opinions. And I don't think many people saw this one coming. But my favorite thing about this Diamondback squad is they really do play like a team. Like, you know, we always say this, like, oh, these teams play like a team, but they really do play like a team. They don't really hit that many home runs compared to the other teams in the postseason, and they really are good at stealing bases, moving guys over, and able to score runs. So if you're able to do that, you're very likely to win baseball games, and the Diamondbacks do that really well. Talk about the Phillies for a minute. I mean, the Phillies' unfortunate, run here. I think this was their goal to win the World Series this year, you know, after last season. But they do fall short to Arizona. Going to be an interesting offseason for this squad. I'm not sure the free agents that they're going to have to deal with. But I'm feeling pretty confident in the Phillies to be back here next year, if I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think they're just such a good team. And you know, they're definitely going to be back here. Plus, they got Rhys Hoskins coming back as well. So, you know, they obviously haven't had him the whole series. Or the whole postseason, I'm saying. So that was definitely a big hit to their squad. Yeah, we'll see what they do the offseason, but Arizona wins the pennant. They go back to a World Series. Got to be their 2nd one, I think, in franchise history. The D-backs will play the Rangers in the World Series, which will be very exciting. Yeah, the World Series is going to start in Texas, which is very exciting. They are technically the home team, so they have the game 1 and 2 home games, and then the 6 and 7 home games. So should be exciting. And then obviously the other teams going to get, you know, 3, 4, 5. So that's kind of how it works. Should be very exciting. All the games are on at 8:03 p.m. Eastern time, all on Fox. So it should be very exciting to watch. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, everyone.